Hello! I'm here with my coffee cup on the drag strip because there's an interesting thing about the Dragon engine that I discovered, and I really wanted to share it with you. So, without any further ado, let's just get into it. Well, crap. Alright, so here we are on the test map. I am going to have to admit that I've already done all of these tests once, and something went wrong with my audio. Like I always say, this is a highly low quality production. Let me spawn in my car here. So originally, I was just messing around with things, and I was actually wanting to test the different types of, that's not the right one, the different types of motors to just see about the best bang for your buck as far as size went. And none of these are right. And then I discovered a little quirk. Oh, here we go. This is just stupid. Okay. So here it is. Just basically a little straight speed car. This thing won't even turn. And it has 8 Dragon engines. And they're currently not hooked up properly. So let's hook them into all of the wheels. So what I have here is this top one. Lets you know what configuration you have, which you configure right here. So the first one is the number of active motors, which is 8, and how many wheels each motor is running, and that's 4, and you'll see why that's important in a bit. So, and then down here is the time it takes to accelerate from 0 to 250 kilometers an hour. And we should just start their testing with just using 2 of them. So we go like this. I want to keep the motors in the car because weight-wise and stuff, it'll be a more suitable comparison. Okay, so we'll hook those 2 motors up. And let's see what we have. Ooh, I don't like the stickers on the back here. Let's just replace that. That was for something else. Okay. Put all these numbers on here to keep track. Like, for instance, the 250 on the side there, and the A is for acceleration. Sticker list. What stickers should we put on here? Oh, a burger. It's too bad Komodo never stayed playing Trailmakers. Okay, let's go. Oh, I haven't changed. So I haven't changed the configuration in the back. So we've got 2 motors that are each running 4 wheels. Okay. Kind of a big car for 2 little Dragon engines. Oh, there we go, 8.88. With a top speed of 280. Oh, 281. 283. 4. Will I get a 5? Will I get a 5? Will I get a 5? I don't think so. Okay, let's stop. I put these manual brakes on here for when I was going to test some rocket engines, and I was sick of waiting for them to slow down. Okay, so this is the neat part. So you remember that 8.88 at 283. Okay, now check this out. I did it backwards. Okay, so now we've got each one just operating 2 wheels. What do you think? Faster or slower? Make your bets. Let's go. .28, 6/10 of a second faster. Let's see our top speed. 5. Okay, it looks like the top speed didn't really change, but it got there faster. Now, you may ask yourself, sir, what if we used 4 engines? I should really put this on a toggle so I can just toggle it up and down. Oh well. Okay, so 4.4. Just make sure here. Those aren't hooked up. Okay, let's go. So no big surprise, that's faster. 3.88 for the 0 to 250 and a top speed of, let's say, 320 kilometers an hour. Now the reason why I thought of this was because when I used to play scrap mechanic, I found that cars worked much better if you didn't spread each motor out to different wheels. That was actually more efficient, one per wheel. Now, obviously the physics in scrap mechanic and the physics in Trailmakers is like the Newton from Trailmakers was sitting under a peach tree and the Newton from scrap mechanic was sitting under a bowling ball tree. But I thought it might work here. Okay, is it going to do the same thing here? So we'll disconnect the back wheels from that one. Will it be faster? Now I don't right off the top of my head remember what the numbers were from the last one. It wasn't easy, like 8.88. Let's see. .52, I believe that's faster. And a top speed up of hitting the wall. Right. Oh, I even lost my brakes. Okay. Okay, let's try that again. Rum. Okay, 3.52. Now I have noticed in all of my testing that the acceleration was constant. Every time it was the same. Top speed would vary a little bit from run to run. I don't know why, but we're looking at 327 kilometers an hour for that one. I'm pretty sure that those are both higher than the last build. Okay, and let's come to a screeching halt. God, I love the new braking, and you're not going. Okay, now each motor on one wheel. Passenger side, driver side, driver side, passenger side, driver side. Are we going to be faster? And let's go. .35 at 328. So faster and quicker. Now, is it going to make a difference as we scale up, or is this only something that's prevalent at lower powers? So to find that out, let's bump it up to 8. Okay, so we'll hook up all the wheels. And I made a little edit to the back here. You'll see that I can now change it to whatever setup I want. So right now, each motor is running 4 wheels. And we're a rocket ship. So 2.33 at 347, 348, 348. And screech. Okay. Now let's do that where it's front and back. We'll turn off the back wheels. Turn off the front wheels. And let's go again. Zoom, zoom. 1.93, so faster. At 357, 358, 358. And last one at, oh, let's do it this way. 2 motors per wheel. So that one's on the driver side, passenger side, driver side, passenger side, and boom. And go. So 1.8 at 361, 361, and stop. Now you may be asking yourself, what if I want to build that has an odd number of motors? And that is a really good question, and I'm glad you asked. So what happens if we hook up a 9th motor? Now obviously it's not as easily comparable as the first one, as the one with 8, but 9 motors. Let's see here, these both the same? Yeah, okay. So just so I remember where everything is. 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll put the 9th motor in the back. We're actually going to hook that up to all 4 wheels. And just because it'll make my life easy, I am going to start with the 9-1 configuration. And then I'm going to hit the W, and then we are going to fly like an eagle. Nobody needs to hear me sing. So 1.72 at 364. All right, and now all motors on all wheels and super slower. Not weird at all. Oh, that was the wall. They should put like a red ring around the outside of the test map so you can see that you're coming up towards the wall. Okay, 2.22. So I already know that that is slower. And at 348, 340, I saw a 9 in there, I think. Yeah, 349. All right, stats. So as you can see, I'll start with the 2 engine setup. If you swapped it from front to back, you got a change of 0.6 seconds. I don't know if they're actually seconds. I can't remember how the accumulator works, but whatever, we'll call it seconds. Trailmakers seconds. Time, I'm sure, runs differently. So that's pretty significant. When you go up to the 4 engines, dropping it down front and back is a 0.36 second change, and then all 4 is not as big of a difference as being only 0.17 seconds faster, but then the front and back. But overall, that's I needed to do the math on that too. So let's 0.53, so almost half a second. This is silly math, that means nothing. And then once you go up to the 8, you get 0.4 seconds and then 0.13 for a total of 0.53 difference. And then for the 4, it makes a half second difference when you swap them out for all 4. So let's look at that on a graph. And here we have this pretty graph here. So you can see definitely a trend upwards of both the top speed. So other than with just the 2 Dragon engines, and then overall trend line. And then with the acceleration, same thing. Obviously the big jumps here when you jump up into the number of engines that you're using, but overall a trend upwards. So I would say that when you're building a car for racing, if speed and acceleration are your main focuses and you're not using jets, or even if you're using a combination of jets and engines, especially the Dragon engine, spread them out between the wheels rather than having them all focus on all of the wheels. So there's just one more thing I want to try. If you add some weight. So I want to see if I add some weight, if I can get this thing to go up to 325 kilometers an hour. So what's a good weight to add? These are heavy. That in the front, not much aerodynamics though. And I'll just add these all the way back. And okay, these are kind of heavy. Now, what do you think? 3. Let's go with 3. 325. I think I can handle 325. And oh, I don't want these to go off. Probably better aerodynamic profile.